It's about Florida. You know, maybe it's a Florida man as well.
Florida man.
Maybe it's a Florida man as well. People who were fleeing Florida. Remember the political refugee?
Oh, is that what it is?
There's more.
We just thought it would be a nice, warm place to live where we could get to beaches.
I just never thought that I would have to flee a state for the good of my children.
The SB 254, this will permanent outlaw the mutilation of minors.
And then the next segment is you packing up. Get the fuck out of the state, then.
Fucking go, you fucking pederasts. We don't want you.
Weirdo.
Hopefully you don't get fucking slit your throats on the way out.
Listen, don't let the
cunt bags.
Don't let the door hit you with where the good Lord actually made your penis or your vagina, depending on which one you want to replace.
Take that shit to fucking California or wherever the fuck you want to go.
Please.
We're done with it.
Thank God.
And thank God, as much as Desantis is in hot water, this is why what he did was great. The way he worded that was so perfect because they could. I don't know what they're trying to portray in this, but if they're trying to portray this as they're the good guys, that just totally defeated their whole fucking thing.
They're for sexual mutilation of children.
It's CNN, so it must be
of course
in favor. So they look so horrible right now going forward on this.
I remember Tori coming to me one time and in tears, which she doesn't normally do. And I asked her what was wrong, and she said Desantis. And like the fact that
by the way, look at the father. Is that father? Father? Like you think of father, you think kind of a rugged, tough guy. This guy looks like a bookworm. Nerd.
He's Captain Underpants.
You know he follows his wife's every word, command.
Doesn't have a choice.
Is this even real?
I think it is.
You got a clip of
Governor
the U-Haul truck.
Yeah, they're actually
so
fleeing.
Perfect in the freaking.
Oh, you mean like you think it's just acting?
Yeah.
Now they got the boxes. They out of there.
Would be.
I bet you if you did research on them, they only lived here for like a month or two, and now they're making a big.
They fucking came from New York or something. We're going back.
I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest, because they don't come off as Floridian, do they?
Listen,
what part are they from?
Will Manners.
Clearwater.
It must
Clearwater. Yeah, definitely. But I'm not saying that those types of people definitely exist.
Of course,
for sure. But I'm glad that they're leaving.
I am too. What I'm saying from that standpoint is they're sort of not just their demeanor, but like the way they're talking doesn't give me Southern vibes. I don't feel like they've lived here their whole life, kind of thing.
Like they migrated from somewhere north early and they just stayed here,
or they just lived here for a little bit and they left.
Gotcha.
Or maybe what Wonder's saying, it's all acting, and they actually did it to have it on record or something.
Right.
But this is all just a political stunt.
Okay, let's hear how they trans their son Brian, turned him into whatever the fuck they said his name was.
And let's see how they justify mutilating him.
My kid cry. That's a messed up government. We're absolutely.
Wait, we missed kind of a context there that I also don't believe.
Oh yeah, there he is. That's a dude.
Yeah.
She doesn't normally.
See how they covered the Adam's apple?
That's how you can tell. If fellas, if you're unsure and they have a choker, make sure you make them remove the choker.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a big lump in the choker.
Fellas.
Women's chokers usually go, there's an indent.
Yeah, definitely.
Fellas, if you unsure, already leave it alone. Why are you unsure, my boy?
Why are you unsure, my boy? Why do you have to question? Well, look, I mean, it's a real conversation nowadays, and they're getting really good at the surgeries. Some of these motherfuckers, you really can't tell until you like get the pants off. Then it's like, all right, why do you have a dick? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's scary. I'm out the game, so I don't give a fuck. That's advice for you niggas. Shit.
Thanks.
yeah, good luck.
I have hope for y'all niggas. Since I already know the senses beforehand.
I caught mine before the wave.
They don't get hand surgeries.
No.
Yeah, they have rough palms.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have hair on their knuckles.
Yeah.
Like, wait a minute. They did give it away now that they're talking in the chat, but they said at the beginning they wanted to go somewhere that it was nice and warm. So they did move from somewhere
They
cold.
moved from somewhere cold.
Yeah.
All right,
Fucking snow bunnies.
take your ass back to Portland then, nigga.
Yeah.
Fuck you mean?
Fucking depressing city where everybody wants to kill themselves.
Get out of here.
Good.
Yeah, the cold is doing something to y'all brains.
The faster the better, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Let's play the rest of this shit.
Fucking medicate yourselves and cut your cocks off. Go ahead.
Everybody pack up in the garage, turn on the cars, and don't leave.
Don't leave.
Yeah. How about we do that? Let's start from scratch.
Do. And I asked her,
listen to this bullshit that she says of what her son said to her.
I remember Tori coming to me one time and in tears, which she doesn't normally do. And I asked her what was wrong, and she said Desantis. And like the fact that a governor would be making my kid cry, that's a messed up government.
No, that's fucking brainwashing from mainstream media and leftist fucking what is it?
Ideology.
I guess gay fucking hustlers.
A bunch of commie gobbledygook.
Yeah, fake science. A lot of shit. Also your child is mentally ill.
Yes.
So, I mean,
Your
DeSantis is making him cry. I think there's a bigger problem.
Your child very well may have gender dysphoria. However, that doesn't mean he has to have his penis chopped off and transitioned into a female.
And also, let's be real. More than likely, his problems are not caused by DeSantis. It's caused by you, the parents.
The parents in charge of, bringing your child.
Right.
It's weird.
A mother who probably, like most of them, probably forced that on the kid somehow. Or taught him it.
Again, kids don't know. I refuse to believe that your 3-year-old boy came up to you and said that he wanted to wear a skirt.
Or maybe he did, but that was the moment you're supposed to say, no, you're a boy.
Exactly.
And that just ends that.
Exactly. Boys don't wear
Absolutely.
skirts.
At least you hope it ends that.
That's the first scary sign. It's like, all right, nip that in the bud.
Yeah, you put them in sports. That's when you start. Yeah.
You go hard after that. Hard after that.
But that's where the father would come in. But you see what fucking fruit she has to rely on. This dude doesn't know what to do.
So he's
toughen up a boy.
He's a wet tumble of plastic bags.
He's a wet shoelace. He's a fuddy-duddy.
He's a fuddy-duddy.
Because of the political climate and the laws in Florida, we didn't.
He's folding laundry.
He's
packing, man. He's packing. Is a man supposed to tuck it under his chin? And I don't think that's how men fold laundry. Do you do that?
It's packing.
It changes the whole game?
Yeah.
It depends.
When the
Men are
Florida.
not supposed to be good at packing. You're supposed to do it, and then your wife comes and tells you how bad you did it. And you say, bitch, you do it.
It happens every time.
Yes.
And she just ends up doing it. Last trip, she just did it. I was like, all right. That's how a wife's supposed to act.
This is how I train him. I just do a shitty job. Like, because I know she's going to say something about it. So I do it in front of her, though. I just throw shit. I go, then you do it. I don't want to do it. It's not my thing. I lift the bag once it's packed.
That's some good old fashioned gaslight right there. That's great.
You're right, it is. So be it. Fuck it.
Hey, fuck it. Sometimes you gotta gaslight a bitch.
That's where the term comes from. I mean, maybe the light was on. Who knows? Or she's gaslighting us.
Maybe.
The Board of Medicine started meeting, and we realized that they were going to ban gender-affirming care for our kids, that we might need to leave.
Alert.
I bet you they have, what is it? The behavior in the human male, sexual behavior in the human male.
Yeah, definitely.
They have that on their bookshelf somewhere.
Yeah, for sure. These are the people that have those coexist fucking bumper stickers. I hate them all.
Yeah.
I hate you all.
They think John Money is a is a hero.
Yeah.
Because that is life-saving, essential medicine and treatment for our daughter.
I was very relieved when we decided to leave. I had never really heard that much about trans people, and until I was like 11 or 12, I didn't even know trans people existed. So I was just used to being uncomfortable. I started hormone blockers pretty soon after that.
Yeah, I mean, there was
So they've already put him on the
hormone
on the irreversible thing. Yeah.
No, it's totally reversible. Totally reversible.
Well, that's where I think they're so in so deep that they have to believe it now. They can't admit that they ruined their son's life.
Listen, I honestly think there's something generally wrong with that young man, but it doesn't fix doing what he wants and making him feel good about how he feels is not right. We wouldn't look at a schizophrenic person who believes that there's somebody next to him
and talk to his fake person
and talk to that fake friend and said, yes, I'm gonna affirm you by shaking hands with this invisible guy. We wouldn't do that. So why are we doing it in this situation? It makes no sense.
It's so fucking.
It's weird.
That's a really great analogy too. It's just you just can't enable. What's what the guy said? The redneck that we did racist court on, where he goes, first you enable it, and then eventually you join in. And then that's where you get with this, where now you have your kids fucking transition, where your kid even says, "I didn't even know this shit existed until I was 11.
I just knew something was wrong with me, and then I found that this existed. So I just attached this to what was wrong.
I attach what I think maybe this is the problem. Be that might happen a lot too. Yeah. Now that they've promoted it so much. Yeah, but I just think it's just ridiculous that you're fucking claiming that you're fleeing a state because you can't turn your kid your boy into a girl.
Yeah, listen, I'd appreciate it if everybody that felt like them would just leave the state instead of voting in their interest. Because if they try to vote in their interest, that votes against our interest. So go ahead and leave.
Yeah, I think that this should be promoted. I'm glad they promoted it on CNN. Because then it's like, all right, make it more of a stronghold. Good job. Thanks.
Keep putting us on the
Thanks, CNN.
Keep putting us on the list of the worst places to live, please.
And then what's great about that too, that again, that's why I love that DeSantis worded it as child mutilation, which is what it is. Because anybody that's reasonable would see that first thing and go, wait a minute, let me run that back. Because I don't understand why is the sad piano music playing behind the child mutilators? Why are we sympathizing with them?
Right.
So maybe it's gonna weed out some good people, hopefully, on that side.
Yeah, well, good luck to you guys in fucking Denver, wherever the fuck you're going.
Seattle.
Yeah, Oregon.
Chop.
Oregon.
They should just go to Chop.
Yeah, just go to Chop. Get you a chop.
And get a chop.
Go to Chop to get a chop.
They are going to Chop.
Chop off.
Oh man.